Wagwan, Wagwan, Wagwan. Hey, you already know what time it is. It's your man, Big Truck. Conversation and reviews. Shout out to my man, Coffee Pod. I love this brother. If y'all haven't already, please go to his channel, show the king some love. He's doing amazing things. I'm proud of him. We're going to dive into this thing. A lot of things going on. So, without further ado, grab your shoulder pads and your helmet. Let's get this work. Let's go.
Man, y'all don't want to leave your house?
No. Stay away. Stay away. We are in the house. Gym, home, work, home again. Maybe go to mama house. Maybe go to dad house. That's about it.
I'm just tripping off my man with the blanket though. With the heart blanket. He's comfortable. He looks warm. And he's cooking right now. Go ahead and continue to cook, King.
Looks like he's got the Valentine's theme blanket right there.
I'm not gonna say we not messing with y'all, but y'all not about to mess up our peace. Y'all been trolling us ever since y'all got on this internet. Ever since that Creator Fund came out, y'all been acting up, talking out y'all necks, and now when you go outside, there ain't nobody to be outside with. I knew y'all would get tired of being with your girls. You can only go on so many.
He said one magical word, peace. Men are protecting their peace. Men are using wisdom. Men are exercising options. Men are just living everyday life and having fun with it. That's it. That's all. Shout out to Passport Bros, by the way. Let's get it.
Dinner dates with your girls and act like you having fun. We in the house. You said leave you alone. You chose the bear. Now what?
They did choose the bear.
Go on a date with the bear. Go on a date with the bear. Look for the bears at the bar. How about
the bear? Yeah, women. Yeah, a large number of women talked about the bear. While a large number of women are talking about the bear, men say we rather be in the woods with our PS5 and our peace. Y'all have the bear. We as men gonna have the PS5 and our peace.
I don't know if y'all saw, I forget the name of the church. It was like Union City or something church in Maryland, in that area. And they had a singles conference. And it was like the line of single people was like wrapped around the block. Like it was like, you would have thought Beyonce was in there. Like it was jam-packed.
So you had a large number of women at an event. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Yeah, because we see that every day, all day. Large number of women getting together, no man, acting like they doing something, but they not. Yeah, sounds about right. Let's go.
So I'm like, all these single people.
Women, most likely women.
Looking for love, looking for relation. Something is going wrong. Something is going on. It can't be all of these single people and they're just, all of these single people, it can't be something wrong with them individually.
Bullshit. Something is wrong with them individually. Cannot be making this shit up. The reality is there for a reason. We're not going to sit up there and act like this does not exist, that this doesn't happen in the real world. The shit does happen. Modern women have shot themselves in the foot. And now the reality has came back and smacked them dead in their mouth. Thinking they gonna run something and they not. Thinking they the shit and they're not. Thinking they're entitled and they're not. They know why they don't have. They know why they suffering.
Like there is just something going on in culture. There is something going on in society where people are just I don't know, not genuine. People don't desire long-term relationships, marriages. It's like a single epidemic. It's a single pandemic. There's something going on. And I really hope that we get to the bottom of it soon. So it feels good to be like, wow, okay, it's not just me. It's a lot of other people who are single, who are Christian, who
are Christian too, huh?
value relationship, who still want, the fairy tale ending, quote unquote. And then the other part of me is like, damn.
Say it.
If it's 200 single women at the conference and I'm 201, like, am I ever going to get a man?
Single, broken women at a conference. 200 single, broken women with childhood issues. Shall we say unresolved childhood issues? Yeah, okay.
Powerful realization there. She had to see the visual of how many women. Now, towards the end, she actually admitted like 200 single women at the conference, and I'm 201. Do I stand a chance? I think when they see it visually, it might make them understand. And some people might be saying, well, what about the single men and lonely men epidemic? There's a scripture in the Bible that really paints how men view relationships. It's actually a proverb. And it says, it is better for a man to sleep on the rooftop of a house than to dwell with a contentious woman.
A man rather have his peace than to deal with a loudmouth, troublemaker, toxic woman. That is a liability to him.
Translated, but that's the short end of it. And what that proverb is basically saying is for most men, they can't deal with contentious, difficult women. It's better for him to live in misery alone than to be trapped in four walls with the woman who does not respect him, who's insufferable, and who thinks that she should be the prize and the center of the universe.
If y'all haven't, go to my channel, watch the lives that I've done. Talking about the Valentine's Day deception, Easter deception, tithing deception. Oh, believe me, it's gonna get deep. I'm gonna start venturing off in some things and really exposing a lot of the things that should have been exposed and it should have been said.
See, well, men are lonely. Men would rather be lonely than be trapped with a woman who will continuously devalue him and disrespect him.
A girl posted a video about how we are in a single epidemic, like an overwhelmingly large amount of people who are single. Yet everyone seems to be looking for love. And I'd like to add my 2 cents as to
modern women.
I think it's 3 main things. I think one, everything has to be social media approved now. It's not enough for you to find somebody that makes you happy. You also have to find someone that is going to put you in a relationship where you're able to brag about it all on social media. And that's not helpful. 2, the idea that there is going to be this perfect person who completely understands you upon meeting them, and you won't have to communicate the way that you want to be treated, and you won't have to have these tough conversations and everything will just work out perfectly. That's not helpful. And then 3, which I think is like probably the most deadly and something that I myself am very guilty of, is that we have gotten so far into like encouraging everyone to be independent and be happy on their own, which is important. I say it all the time. It is very important. But I think that we're kind of in a point where we've overcorrected. Like you keep seeing this rhetoric.
So guys, listen, this is a great example because I'm listening to this chick talk. I'm like, yo, I've seen your face before. Just spewing tea all over the place.
Teach in your independence. Ladies, this is how you keep a man. Be available. This is how you approach a man. This is how you become available for a man to approach you. Where's the teaching of positivity? This is how you communicate with your man or a man. This is how you build with a man. When we talk about women's empowerment and women's independence, how come these things aren't being taught? When you hit a storm, because you already know in relationships and marriages, you're going to have storms. This is how you handle. This is how you deal with storms. Be submissive to your husband. Work with your husband. Bring something to the table of a relationship, the foundation.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
He does exactly, I'm glad she said it. She does exactly what she just said they've done too much of. And notice how she says, we've encouraged people to be independent, that they only need themselves. You've encouraged women that. This is modern women who you've encouraged to do this. That's who you've encouraged to do this. The fact that they can't keep it real and speak the truth here of what actually is going on.
You sit back and you let a person talk, they will tell you everything you need to know about them. And when you begin to allow these women, these modern women, to run their mouth, you see why they shoot themselves in the foot each and every time. You will know what type of woman you're dealing with by the fruit that she bears.
At the faces, they're the same chicks I saw 2 years ago, 3 years ago, still complaining. I just did a video of Jessie Wu, who was talking shit about Kevin Samuels like 3 years ago. She thought he was wrong and she knows best. Now she's talking about, well, I just might be a single mother and that's okay if I can't find the perfect man for me.
Of like, oh, you don't owe people this, you don't owe people that, like, you don't have to put up with that. And I think that you guys are missing the fact that, like, when you are in a relationship with someone, even if it's not romantic, even in a friendship, there are going to be aspects of this relationship that are not necessarily pleasant all the time. And the solution can't always be, well, never mind, I'm just going to be single, I'm just going to be by myself, or let's just go no contact, let's just not even be friends anymore. That's not the solution. Everything cannot be solved by, oh, I'll just be by myself and let's just not do this anymore. That's not how you stay in a relationship. Yes, you do need to be independent. Yes, you need to get to a place where you are happy on your own. But if you want to be in a relationship, it is going to come with tough decisions and decisions that will come where you could make the choice to say, I'm just going to be single. Let's just not try anymore.
A struggling chick giving advice, talking about, yes, you do need to be independent. Interdependence. You have to learn to work with someone else.
This is why it is so important that you have both parents in the household to give that balance. And when we see or deal with individuals that come from single parent households, their way of thinking is off.
You stay together. I'm glad and I'm grateful that society and women specifically, really women, have moved past the point of needing to be in a relationship because, like, if you weren't attached to a man, then you could not provide for yourself. I'm glad for that. But the reason why your grandparents and all of them stayed together was because they had to stay together and they didn't have any choice. And that it's great that we're not in that anymore.
I disagree with that. The reason why they stayed together because they communicated. They truly loved each other. When you talk about the essence of marriage and the essence of love or relationships back in them days with our ancestors and our grandparents, they will tell you they loved each other. Our elders show love for each other more than everybody in this generation does. Animals show their love for each other more than humans do. So when you really look at it and think about it, it's the love between a man and a woman, husband and wife, that supersedes all that.
I do think in order to maintain a long-term partnership, especially someone you want to be with for the absolute rest of your life, you do need to have a mindset of like, okay, I'm going to be in this. Like leaving actually is not an option. Like I'm going to stay and I'm going to make this relationship the best that I can make it because that's what I committed to. That's what I decided to do. And leaving and being by myself is not an option.
Modern women is it's just like, I couldn't wait to get in there, could I? Modern women initiate divorce at a 70% rate. I what can you do?